subsequent matches na kano Ghana ne Yedia. And then no, and then they say, okay, there is Algeria playing today. There is
Algeria, Switzerland. Algeria against Switzerland. There is Cape Verde against Argentina. There is Ghana against Colombia. And Australia against Egypt. It's about 4.
But I said the Akani Nadia hoop.
Egypt. Egypt there was
Ghana.
Egypt was so in Ghana.
Egypt, Australia.
Yeah, Egypt bet managing win. But I'm saying to so qualify, but I say, North Africa for no. So far West Africa for near way, Cote d'Ivoire way. Now your chance here, and so they free Ghana Blasters as well. I say Ghana for Monoka say now on more Wood Island Omujuma Andra omo last training on ti e be train make akra tam omo ye last no university when be ekoye oni se omo train Wood Island no but omo ko ba match no omo ko branch university wa ko omo training ko hono ya je ho a obi anti ye tactics a coach no so let me say Andra oho no omo ko last training omo de 83 omo ya fa ne so ya like ko pimo cancer se ni he kakra and our coach of Carlos Queiroz and the months and the last one and so our branch university now like a Canamuno and also beyond for Nyoma, the Copa Kansas City Hall and our Colombia Colombia de Tendra, Tamo Pasha Monoma, Tamo Multiplay, Tamo touchdown now, you had a Canamba.
All right.
Blasters from the touchdown bibia so Queiroz Ghana Colombia game no Saturday on match 1:30 na game no social so den in da na also
aso
wisdom
powers
Ghana be transform
isi you know ayeme ana we try through na say minister ana nhihye no wanyi ni
yeah
take it no
mentiase
aha say mose ye ni yaka na afedi o the release abo powers how on earth and I do obi tu kwan ya onka arrangement nkyere no because ticket no release na buy no say o ma cheche ticket no recognize supporters group no Ghana supporters union kan ho and Ghana supporters union omukoko support Black Stars in the powers how on earth and I would tu kwan say na metie embassy say wisdom me so ma o crowfroom emba onfa arrangement nkame ye be kwa kodu na aka kire me say the scanner medema no eye fa no nko akoma nka se fa bi to nsuo nti asande a fa bi kan obra pause what nkomo na midna say the Ghana supporters union e ko ba bi approve ka sa supporters union no nti arrangement be no mo ye oso o munim say 3 games ni wie na Ghana free ma on baba nko mbabo am ho de akọ but minister na catch say omo take it game adan mektra kan because here konya no mo nim say Ghana group stage be free but say a tournament now the nipa involving a nipa do mo kwa powers we hear arrangement say bia say you free ma this is the arrangement say free ma what wodi you free ma already who plan on that but oh catch them say oh mamu 1 week stay into 1 week mitwa mu a wa bia no you are funding for yourself it is supporters union for na omokoye no powers e dey engineer so ye dey omokoye o dey engineer dey omokoye to support the Black Stars obaba na there be wo do omokoye the communication arrangement say so no omo ye powers wo no omo anya ne sa eno makodu awie obende ebi mu wo so mo do mo bottom is ko mo num bi no o mo ye 70 ebi beba
so say wo hodin ye ya na waba
aye we mu tu na eba o mo pento mo blasters no mo si jama no mo ba ben ene pa aye we mu a it is stakeholders no mo ko no mo mo support blasters na da bi but ye mo take it and that is as stakeholders take it no ya fan ka we mu azu ya dia kujo mo hawie yesi Ghana de aka no so obi anya and ministry any leaders are charge no we GF apos ke beka but this is straight from the ministry a directive the minister no were actively involved
say wisdom and no ways yen to swear and na yen shall say we only have a Friday and Saturday. What must we do to get that needed results against Colombia?
First,
DNA against Colombia Saturday. Ninya results I be qualify queen.
And no makes us say, media to me considering our profiles and how our team it here. One, we need to be compact defensively. Colombia for no. The entire dan here cause of Portugal mbo ni Portugal for ni teams are omun defend it ombe biemabo and na ye ni Colombia ko boy ye underdog into Ghana obviously we will opt for a defensive style into defense na ebe no we need to be compact said they against England no because Colombia but be omo useful pa no e omo yensewa Luis Diaz on the other hand and their right back now ball number 2 Daniel Munoz no because ombe use ni ye pa Crystal Palace. So we need to be defensively compact. So you defend here, you double up on Luis Diaz. Send a young quantity. So you need to be in the midfield no, in front of Sana Yabian first. Once I met one, a BM the midfield because the Hammers were the players the number 10. It won't be the brain. When the ball link up from the midfield to attack. Said the Hurricane, Jude Bellingham. We need to also keep tabs on James Rodriguez. Need discipline enough because then Senegal opponent here omoji pause opponent enye opponent ba obe ndey Africa wakoto form the moment I don't have a cool opponent box no pause be jet yawo Ghana and England you know say England ana Jerome Opoku akoye de ode here Prince Edu Kwabena no Jerome Opoku yeti ya ukena pause ke penalty ko be jet yawo so we need to be vigilant a little mistake pause at the assembly Bona babo ye nya chances bibli said the bia no nemom little chance at the bad pause I wonder ya problem ni nyina wo
say games of this nature no ya na level nti chances ni ye kakra bi
even ye ne Panama ye ni England ye ni Croatia pause ye nya chances bibli nemom kakra na bad pause ye ntimi nya useful ye ntimi convert so this time around Semenyo the day ye ji wo ho no it's time for you to prove and then you tournament na wie no se na Ghana film no wansego a wo dia tournament aba wona ye poster boy wanse wa esimu ne dia ba uze game na tournament ye strikers obi ansego a pool of talent na ye go di no forward line players
ya she two goals
na ase no defender asabako and midfielder asabako the forward line players na ye say wingers na ye strength no because wingers na kran ansego how much more than number 9 Naki Williams and Nekobi Prince Edu Kwabena players they don't work with your boys. Brandon Thomas Asante near kind of statistics was 14 goals for Coventry City. No was say Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth for Manchester City. Near Bonidi Jordan Ayew Crystal Palace. Isaku Crystal Palace but Leicester sorry. But Omoba Ghana the pass Omunyan Sego my 3 games 2 goals from a defender and from a midfielder. Adeba Komasa observe you team was pass. Your boy you get a lot of set piece either free kick or corner but you didn't convert me. Height no at least you have the height Jerome Opoku the center back say we chiro Adete Jerome but yentimi nya useful to the either set piece corner beba crossing penalty powers yentimi use game of this nature edu bia set piece will count long balls you be ball how about control ball no check base wala sa no go na o say no from Musa Nyakate deep defend and all player born or jeto Lukaku then what take an odu be a set piece will count Ghana should make use of their set piece say set piece pause I want to a major problem first near problem is yentimi defend it but yentimi defending better na mo yentimi use so we will be compact our transitions midfield the midfield combination I want to be here and the Partey one about Sibo now why mistakes coach no benya trust to go in for Sibo Analyis but me prefer the players that me come about I prefer Sibo Kelly Partey.
Okay,
game of this nature Analyis sama ba. Yes, we need Sibo. Nemum, a little bit of man a chance with team Brandon Thomas Asante because creative will be is centered around Semenyo. Pause when team get team near down. Thomas Asante Fatau Saku. At least to get a lot of creators. Because game na yebon, you too rigid. Nemum you know be creative from deep and now from somewhere we be shoot from range. Now we cross your converse say no. Omo bo piano no mutimi muram no. Omo start some be shoot from range. I don't know how to so you need to shoot from range. From
a distance now.
Yes, now what's maybe deflecting or bet me go tiobi. Now kwase a bit me copy mobi na ba na play and no tap in. Ubet me cross shoot na bobi nsa. But ni na yenye so I need going forward. Carlos Queiroz to work on that. Na mo Ghana.
But I say Kwabena better asoma me na.
Yeah.
What we need to do. Say Benya results Ediatia Colombia on Saturday. Home command Iguswaidi.
Mamco say friend Nestor Lorenzo, the coach of Colombia. We didn't come in and pese, made an uncommon eto Ghana.
Okay.
Now, no common wedding say, only say Ghana pragmatic and approach Ghana ebon or pepper, sir, pragmatic approach, no antidotes to the pragmatic approach.
Okay.
Now Colombia Bobia, the midfield treno, for Salema, John Arias, and a branch funny that is Gustavo Puerta. These are the three of boy in the middle. But then Mobumia and Sandio say Omo defend here, a branch from Puerta, echo support say the DMs, Momo A3. Into no instead of double base, no, or more double base. Into no a bad pragmatic approach, they will flood the middle. Into some flood the middle now because Ghana attack near two brands into no. Oh, go when you are a very day so be penetrating. Ghana any players or more to me crab to open up spaces. And only one weakness, yes, I shot 2 goals. Derek Lucasen, Eric Alabirenchi. And 2 goals na yashe yinano defender and midfielder. But no is not my worry. My worry is that your attackers no any potent enough in this tournament. And any problem. And some pragmatic approach, Nestor Lorenzo no a Argentine. And during the 88 and 90, no a defender and the mother Los Albiceleste of Argentina. And Argentina coach Bia no a defender Biano knew how to play sa high line no very well. And again about say the ultra pragmatism or one coach or very good at that. When I over against Portugal, Portugal game, Portugal from no crab or by names, they have the best midfield trio. Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, and I bring your friend João Neves. But on the fire with the players in Puerta. Puerta no be adwuma now. Into Puerta no is suffocating with midfield now. Over making sure that Daniel Munoz no back on anymore. Until their opening game on the boy had a group stage against Uzbekistan. The first goal was scored by Daniel Munoz. Colombia goes from Russia in this tournament. And then Luis Diaz and Kwana, I say, game no ejina no so. May the most dangerous player in the Colombian team, and Luis Diaz, but John Arias. John Arias, a local player. He plays for the Brazilian club for Palmeiras. And a part of the team about the club World Cup. And then no Colombia national team no only using the say only using on the wing play, but constantly because defensive work no a year jumency no on Bebre. Because there is James Rodriguez, who is the creator in chief, and there is Luis Diaz. And coach also going forward when we say Colombia ain't shot too many goals. Instead when you Luis Suarez nation chain, not the John Cordoba Naba. John Cordoba no holding and about Pim and there is Jerome Poku. Oh no, so a boy say young Pima, there is Jonas Ajeti and Jerome Poku. I mean Jumano will make sure some best nullify the threats of John Cordoba. But we nullify the threats of John Cordoba. There is Luis Diaz. Why not a film into the key battle between Luis Diaz and our brother friend Marvin Senaya?
Okay.
In this game, Emba, Sa ultra pragmatism no, Ebesa Ghana.
Okay.
Because Colombians, aside everything, all problem and say one say who attack with pace almost struggle. Next time we are taking over, we have 49 games. 49 games I was as the coach of the Colombian national team, the coffee growers, the Los Cafeteros. We win 30. We about draw 12. Now when you see that is 7. And last edition of the Copa America, I about US will be second. When we see the final to Argentina. Into this manager or Trump card, and the appointing was 4 years ago, 2022. Now appointing into a team or also my team into the same team so. So opponents be saying when you are bar, and so making sure say there is no room for error. You game a boy against Croatia. Look at the Sunday school defender na a branch only height in Vlasic. And yeah, South free header. And they said the second goal against Benjamin Asari. Until one defensively, and see a call with side the defense line your boy against England, no. Jerome Poku, and Jonas Ajete. Now Marvin Senaya, any a branch a friend Gideon Mensa. Or more me be a Jumana Mai. And then you make sure it's a party. Everybody has the base. Calabirensi, everybody around party. Now about Simbo. When the going gets tough, you defend there. Simbo, any party ever form a double block in the middle. And one the bay Jumana Mai. You nullify the threat of Gustavo Puerta. You nullify the threat of Gustavo Puerta. Meaning, say, what Carter supplies to Luis Diaz and I bring your friend John Arias. Because Luis Diaz near Bono, that's a John Arias near Bono. There is James Rodriguez, or what gave you a friend of field vision. And there is a branch of friend John Cordoba, or no oil the Didier Drogba of Colombia. It's a game media. Many one, say we are abo say you defend that is our trump card. And yeah, pa. But you could anyone by any you could anyone me say Inaki Williams, you play be I say for sure every Inaki Williams who are the Black Stars at this crucial stage, still you and your evidence and remedy. I'm into the experiment to say the wisdom maker Brandon Thomas Asante. Somebody who can hold on to the ball, because the Colombians, mind you, are South American players, and South American players, only are tactically astute and only are technically clever. Only say young pim Bruce that's here, only crash sa adwina edebo ball no kitwe bi ehye nti nya players some players say betumi match omo boot for boots nti we say coach no ko biem bebre and I know Queiroz game bia na approach on the beko Colombia the way manner omo nullify Portugal threats Portugal quality ehye in terms of standings any bibia omo quality ehye on nullify Portugal at a point Bruno Fernandes say the Portugal is about 15 against 10 against 15 and that was the comments I buy after the game. Now was that same social sign my club for the Vassan Palosera just brief on that before
Sobeko Raza sense in the also matume bo ame hwehwe no media na
me also what do do kese
yeah World Cup you lose game bia you game bia lose bia no from 2006, we lost 2 games. Yeah. 2006. Our first game against Italy. Yeah. Game go ama you lose game the GSM. Was that Vincenzo Yakinta goal no. That was 83rd minutes. But
Samuku first back pass.
Yes. Vincenzo Yakinta. Yeah. 83rd minutes. Yeah. Against Brazil. You lose 3-0. Yeah, round of 16. Again considered a goal on the 84th minutes. Yeah. Zero Roberto. Yeah. Then come to 2010. 2010 the group stage you lose back to Germany. Yeah. That was 60th minutes. And then even game MI free mono you draw and a penalty. Yeah. So the only defeat was against Germany.
That was Uruguay.
2014 we lost 2 games. Against the United States of America, it was 1-1, 86 minutes. We called and 86 minutes. And then against Portugal, on the 80th minutes, the Ronaldo say, lose game. So all this, the other person saying now say, you lose games, you lose about the 80th minutes
concentration.
80th minutes equal. They said the Africans team is now woman in a just say, you from 2006 you lose games, you lose from 80th minutes and equal. Come on, minimum say what the
Emba what
the yeah,
sure. I say me analogy baby I would feel yes. And once you adjust the World Cup.
Yes. Almost you call World Cup African teams in England
concentration.
The African teams in Cote d'Ivoire Dinia, the dear Congo Dinia, the Senegal, 80th minute
80th minute concentration.
Yes.
And also the Nestor Lorenzo Cano. Also one antidote to a pragmatic approach. We don't defend the coping the bay. We don't be opponents in the bubble.
Yes.
We be acquired the Chikakra.
And the same thing, Nana. I'm not sure how. Just say, young Swadi and your son.
Yeah.
It free. Your friend saying, your first World Cup. We lost to Italy on the 83rd minute. Vincenzo Yakinta against Brazil, though we lost 3-0, but in the 84th minute we considered a goal again. What did I say? And then what should the last 2014?
Okay.
And also against US we considered 86 minutes goal against Portugal. We considered a goal on the 80th minute. Ronaldo goal. No, 2022 we conceded against Portugal. And also, go na Ibusu game, your first game, no?
It was 4-3.
Yeah, it was 3-2.
When is it 3-2?
3-2.
Okay.
Against Portugal, your first game against.
And Osman Bukari got a goal for Ghana.
Yeah. Yes. Rafael Leao goal in 80th minutes.
Okay.
Now you're 2-2, 80th minutes.
Yes,
or they get the winner against Ghana. Ghana against Korea, and they won. What did I say? And then the final game
against Uruguay.
Against Uruguay.
2-0.
And also 2-0, no? Yes, and the 2-0.
But your penalty in that game, and yes, no. And this guy, it was Arrascaeta, Georgia Arrascaeta. Only 2 goals in Ghana. In December, coach na some work on you. Also, our antidote to Ghana's pragmatic approach. And mature players are home. I think the game like I say we will delve deep into that. And more players are more fast-paced players. That Daniel Munoz no about Crystal Palace now wisdom make an assembly. Or I let back go to me call economy. Razak Simpson I'm happy for him. Just a second on that. And then we call that is Finlander. Club in front of our son. Emba Vasan Palosera in their language as a football club. Now club like us are that is Vasan. And a year at the Manu, because when you have moments of experience in the local league, from Nations FC to Finland, at least a stepping stone at the Amano, 1 year, and you also been one of those top European nations, Akubone ball.
Paris, I feel that Matnas and Mahuni and Tia Solomon or Yerenum Bibisano. The entire David.
No, why?
But I feel
Wampra, Minibi. We are sure.
I mean,
until we are then.
I want to meet him in common. No, say, Omomudi can and you want Paris. Yankupon, I'm the Camusra can make us a trap. And what the man because or Bible pause who I want to resist it.
There be sense in the Bible say, say, Bema, Oko sa situation in one. On Casa Bompayo, or see Johnny, or see flee.
What do I say? Why so free?
When Dania, it doesn't matter your oil.
Yes. And Joseph, Hannah found no was not to tell the Joseph. Say Joseph, oh, yeah, dear pa. Say Potiphar, near no word to me, and yes, Adian. And your member no the bit my sa. And David, the dear David. Oh my edu urea ekokoto wo ho no ba bia e din pa no na e ho ntia e Bashiba because some passports and Paris mini David e be ya adwene because Kevin mame a man
but David the end no so na e tempting extremely tempting
yes
the ntia na make say na say Bible ma yeti ase say sa time na akon ho na nukunu Bashiba kunu a efense urea no no your srani nti no wo kunu a okun e de ma ne man.
Yes.
What I say, David or your hine, and Bible say no na bound soro, na titano, and to say ne class idea that's what a dryer young catasono. Other say, nti or na bound soro. Our Jim Flammer, I know who say you read a Besheba ni jarry into one and a man condor now, man, friend, and
come on. No one buy no end day.
o so by o se on ne die
ohun se wa fa afuru no na o mi kokun urea
ohun se wa fa afuru no ofra urea free ekwan no
ama no ba
sanka omra na nka one besha be meda so de be yanka be eso be kata ba urea so bae no one na no twe krata de hye ne nsem so onfa nkoma commander no nti krata na so ma ewo mu no nim so de koma commander na David atwe mu se onfa urea njina ba bi akona na ode ba
and you could na no be aye me den no Bible ni mu no second Samuel 7:8 wono abra ni tan Yankopon so ma ni tan ma no ba eba David wono wakati nze mi na mi use so nsem mi na mesra won do series die so me di ura yere nom egu kukum se nka o pebebre aka kire mi nyame kam di be ka ho aw se David pebebre ba on kan kire mi Yankopon o se di be ka ho na se ma no nyame di bebre be ma no etenya bone se wo be wale bebrebe mama ma ne bi Kevin na me nya adwuma no powers se be ye den wo hu ba wi powers na wa resist powers se na ye ti ho ye ni pai obi a woni sunto de ne mum so oba yi pa powers na me no wa hia oba ni wa kwa resist da bi money ma ba resist na so Mike na kasa kobna so Mike na kasa me se kobna wa ko no oba yi wo ho kobna oba resist na
o me resist
kobna we ni ma ni pa ni ma dintro Jerome Opoku de je we ti me bobo na sa this is Jerome Opoku ni girlfriend on anything and yes and you know Paulus and because Joseph no divine grace the dear Joseph want one yes ade no Paulus enimre pa na asofo ko e bi ba gas so ko na imagine so ba yi oda hoyi Paulus no wa bi osu ma na wa ho nyamye ni no abatra na gata ko woni ndi asibe one month so na je ku kura Argentina ni no
we yana
Dabi we dey we
Colombia
woni ma wo hu ata ai brade so woni ma wo kan bi ago no so you also be resistant kan bi ago as no resistant I see me that and then one of mam dey adwuma ba come oh ye woni ma wo
some passports
we brade adwuma wura
some passports
we dey Morocco oh Paris ntino so enti David ene Solomon na nya na foto a na ka Solomon be nya myanim adi obi ati aba nkoso ai na mfoforo da bi ayo ba so oh so because temptations the four bars are Paris easy enti Joseph there de bia mesa abona baso mitasi yanko uzi mutamati Germany about World Cup no normal fan momo and after World Cup no and nsem bebre asase epie on say ade say de bia kan ye die say ye ko na edu final ticket semu die ye pause ni na ye nka bi
ye die ye ko ye ni ma so ma ye kan na ye ba
ye bejai quarter final one betie da bi die say sika na ye omkodi ye no omakoye so adwuma but Germany ko ye na omantimi anduru ba bi say so mu du no you see no ma ye ba wanting Luther Matthew say on the ogidi say family issues players ni bi any bi mu say the bi mu girlfriend etna players ni boss ni na
flight ni
yes edo mo koy and e ka te bi mu so ko fa commercial plane di mo because I dey France for no yes smart na bi yes na no be story no ha say France for ka te dem mo 8 ticket dem mo family na mum ministry ni be fa 5 ministry ni be fa 3 na players na cover 5 and France players no mo ntiase almost solving in them aya ade atimi the distraction ba imagine some no nya na wotim adwuma mu a yesi ye ko baabi ni ya fa Mbappe wa yere dinatem yesi me de me ko twa trotro e ma mere no mra powers one ni wantwi we are going to that World Cup na coach not take unpopular decision recalling manual no ya so on free retirement no fa mra players ni within the bimu especially omo Oliver Bellman omo ne ben powers enyo omo de so at least say saje ni sia because man no is a star player who hwe say wo dey obvious wo dey ne yere beka ho wo dey Joshua Kimmich wo your darling boy wo dey ne yere beka ho to get the star players and the darling boys around the coach so the be coach ni be hu say when your star players no or mo support but for us esa na yen kura na yewo mu no you are bringing distraction ebechem team chemistry team unity na open no team bonding no powers unya because you be say you are giving some preferential treatment HIB nti be gina park no so a de say ye akoma mbo no ye mmo a typical example is Leon Goretzka de na ade ba ye no see ye kobo penalty Kimmich ka che Goretzka say onkonkobo nka how dare you say German national team captain ka che kobo penalty also mbo there be abra no mo je trophies no captain no mo no eki example Philip Lam ka say on team emuso but this is the situation. Another one the level of coaching. Powers working low or coaching 8 years and sana 2014 or World Cup under Germany. So working low you are appointed on 12 July 2006. It was by the players no do na we don ba 2010 World Cup no ni mo do na ka crave never frame at 2014 and we don buy and look at the level of coaching or na one assistant coach na Hans Dieter Flick and then Duna Negesman German national team coach Negesman the profile near Leipzig or don't know quarter final semi final of the Champions League we no be far by Munich ofi by Munich na pa the German national team manager Jumana Senensa is he the best coach in the German best coach there be onye the better coach nemum Juma na dia ma no nti kwan be so na wa akora ne akora no ma no yakora chen no how will you convince Manuel ya how will you convince players no and decisions of the coach powers are more Germany the decision to play Joshua Kimmich as a right back Joshua Kimmich is in the preferred position the midfield playing as a DM no controlling games and then about Joshua Kimmich what about Enzo Fernandez no about Pedro Mudin because of your controllers but you buy a World Cup no you are playing 2 number 6 Nemanja and Pavlovic omunya profile no meanwhile we need one Nemanja and as a Pavlovic alongside Joshua Kimmich omienu enso na ball Bayern Munich in the straight away said they come Martinez asem no for we be no support to Viv no also here the same prototype from Bayern Munich to German national team because you in recent times said German or more successful be most of their players above Bayern Munich Bayern no or the Joshua Kimmich above right back bia oni right back or no coach ni pe and to ever high team no decision to bring man on wire because Oliver Baumann so tell one per farmer because when the ball qualifies in and the coach assured him so on the Bakwa World Cup no only say over realize near fame and on as one sambra so pause about the division ever team the rules and the systems of the coach wajidi say German for the match wording in yaka the same you be power oh yeah there with me I on earth say the German ever could na coach na trust Abraham Fezel as Germany winger and the German say coach na trust Leroy Sané on Germany by the first 2 games now we got in change because no settle on Jonathan Tah Nicolas Klotabek the systems of the players playing double number 10s name a normal system na bua every but still coaching by carry into the net say so for big man dey be shim and no am Germany for no so na players na ebi new coach ni ebi new omhomma coach no a typical example is another one Leon Goretzka because also did say Pavlovic any man sama omo no pause why dey che omo and we prove in the national team and na about tournament Goretzka tinchen Pavlovic first choice onu argument na ebo omienu na abom into one be free ababa mankora no so the decisions of the coach pause and also amwa and the last one we need to the cruise here the player quality even with the any world class in the players now one pause how many players and exceptional at first so Bayern Munich who team dia starting 11 the Bayern Munich and then for it ofi Leverkusen buy no I the same and there be Kevin Mam the 2014 squad now the babaji even with the starting from 2010 Nebra squad now the babaji Germany from the babaji buy no 2010 was under working low man one way yakwe na yedi no nkomu one lead German don buy and then no more flip flop look at the quality of presenting here 2010 pounds omo ntimi anye World Cup no I was South Africa Pierre Matasaka South Africa no legend
Pierre Matasaka
yes Jerome Adini Boateng South Africa no so feba Philip Lam, Sami Khedira, no bobo ni and
Matamos.
Yes, Matamos, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Thomas Müller, young guys. So a blend of the young and the experience and what we buy. This is 2010. But we buy no Germany and World Cup no 2010. They came and won it at 2014. Give me the 2014 squad. The Toni Kroos who can say omo potential but powers omo quality. 2014 squad one of the best successful no Obama no ya we him for goalkeeper no we Bayern Munich number 1 no abo Philip Lam Bayern Munich their first choice right back was Philip Lam Jerome Boateng nebo But one Matamos. Omoa and you two when they about the sector. That time Hamos was at Dortmund.
Benedict Holders.
And I did a brother Schweinsteiger, Kramaric and Tony Cruz. And the Domo buy Tony Cruz and Schweinsteiger. Over Bayern or moving viewer, no you World Cup winner Cruz will you order by Real Madrid. The front line, Mesut Ozil, Thomas Müller, no one advantage for the Cruz leading the line. Look at the kind of quality in the crowd. Quality of the Babaji. Nanu ya do Modibai. Nanu ya do not guess my book when was quality of form. Pause. And then Manuel, but that's the Manuel, but a dealing would do. Said yes, performance not to say those days Manuel. But and then because you can't say Manuel and to the deal. And then when the woman to a Joshua commit a player the perfect position, you say, or more as a midfielder. And then Nathaniel Brown and your budget is also the best left back in Germany. Demi
Nico Schlotterbeck and Jonathan Tah.
Look at the quality. I drop it from Jerome Boateng, Matamos, and Nabudu Schlotterbeck and Tah. Midfield work the enka because no more Barcelona Schweinsteiger, no more Tony Cruz, and the midfield near Waya, Pavlovic, and the one able Felix Mancha. And the Pavlovic, you know, where the and no top 5 midfielders will game a pause over Indiana, there be. Nimenta over top 10 midfielders will give a pause, money. But they are starting for the German national team. Because anyone they want
Laurent Sané, Jamel Musiala,
yes,
Florian Wirtz with Kai Havertz as their striker.
You want to say that you have nothing to offer.
But Calvin, say wisdom with all this said, yes, quality no and to say that quality I'm going to walk up and add. But with all these players, I think they still have enough quality to at least beat Paraguay, or maybe it's a Paraguay.
First, Paraguay team, no, and then Tiawakas of my minister, you follow Paraguay team, no, or my consistency, and this team, World Cup, even the qualifier, not for match, I don't want to start to qualify anymore. But about World Cup, one able because the qualifiers, I don't know about Pascal Gross, Brighton, no about Leon Goretzka. Inti Felix Nimanja no one started. Yabo qualifiers na abranche for the Jamal Musiala no opira. And yaba enye di Musiala na aba. Lewa Sani it was said maybe. And the Sani aba count. Franvit and the constant starter. Kai Havertz majority of qualifiers the no opira. Na Dennis Undef. Look at Bayern Airba tournament as Stuttgart striker and the leading mass man Dennis Undef. The quality need to say. And there are many defenders in the game and I'll go in the dear powers on those. And can you say German machine especially of course into Bausu Brazil almighty Brazil German gave them 7. That time was the German machine first and the machine way and then when I'm doing the transition or more than I say the internet yes I the baby said dunia die said yes ever kwa young content so and the obvious on me change coach you know and coach be able pause who because and the German quality na kwa ni local league ni how many quality players ni their local league in the Bundesliga quality players when the woman almost started for Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund.
Yes, one reason ama Germany one
same thing as the Italy because quality nasa first no AC Milan Inter Milan Juventus they no mo dia ba so time we be uzo mo di o na so bia no say Italy for na ba time we be Bayern Munich Dortmund competing in Europe bia no ho mo so mo ba but and Dortmund ntimi kura ma biem Bayern Munich ntimi ma and your boy Kendi your boy Marco Lloris say ma the world record of akoma Bayern Munich no ma kwa kwa na ni France and then look at ball mbody ma France look at Enwa Hurricane omunya big man no Hurricane step up into Germany akoni mu ya den no Kai Havertz say ne de wan game na de bi so Franvit no mo money 2 so or Jamal Musiala they don't have the quality the experience the be at that big stage pause so be most of them this is their first World Cup on Masamba
me don say we so no we for can back on there
ye no
Africa
I am ya pa Africa kwanya because eno na nka me hwani muzanka ye 4 but Senegal film realistically chance I three countries and they beat me
Egypt, Australia,
Egypt and Libya to some extent Ghana, Morocco the kind. So at least
but from 10 teams at the World Cup
the
9 of 32 9 at the run of 32. Now move ye in every Malaka by 2 people or run of 6.
Coaches now, why, especially our coaches and the mentality of the players.
Who said you are Rudy Garcia?
Because of the same thing happened. Oh, dear Congo in England. 75 minutes. Now opening is no way. It's the bench. But many players now holding England in Buku. Yes. Nathaniel in Buku, Sipenga. Only you move now. And the more Thomas took the head said, okay, Sadia Mamuzumini, right back, just expensive film. Now before the Queiroz right because threat be any as you be. I know this Queiroz as a right back. I know the ability as a buy, getting more attacking players. I know introduce you Anthony Gordon. I know the boy on the car passport. Dear Congo for no. Dear Congo for the Jim one Corana. Elia Messak now buy no. Plus quality name do Sipenga the no or be possession. It's now more threatening that's what it. Same thing, but Senegal. As of 85 minutes, but coach, you know, 85 minutes. Look at Partey, the kind of substitutions are
5 minutes more.
Because African mentality, you know, boy goes no more by. Stand the the team. And mistakes happen here. Look how on earth and a goalkeeper will be about this error. And Musa Nakati, one for national team nature. Mama, last one. But yeah, Rudy Garcia said, "Dear Sammy up, Kwaraka, Quite first consider goes, the number pen before them. Dear Sammy up in Nano, the time I consider 6 minutes. Yes, the 5th minute. It's 90 plus 2. Aye, you know, but any day last minute, 1 hour for poor Baba, you're more playing safe. Let's defend into it. No way. Cote d'Ivoire Omokoya 86 minutes, then Halani you free. Emra Omokoya 86 minutes, Hurricane a year free. Lukaku Betekano 86 minutes. South Africa kwa mutu be kwa 90 plus 5 no emu 2 na katra me apon wana mu free
kwa bina brother to aswe the African mentality and other suffer echo tiayen our World Cup we are say especially Senegal African champions
Germany story so am the pa but me ade kakra to it anyway let me start with the German bites story Germany story and all you know and my answer says quality all over the world now deep and not only Germany nkwa affect Italy affect Brazil to some extent even the Spanish national team quality no from you can't tell me say Xavi Iniesta Andres Iniesta Xavi Busquets midfield three no boy no and the same as the who say with Rodri Pedri any adi and Debbie and yet the same. Now, Mame Ozil and our branch from Toni Kroos. Some players, anyway, is difficult to replace for the German national team. It is one of the major reasons that Germany have players, anyway. I call them the metronomes of the German national team. Toni Kroos and Ozil. They were the reason I shared Brazil 7-1. That day I cried. These two people were the reason. And you understand Ozil said, Ozil, Baba Boni, you say why a feeder. Ozil is a very neat player. Toni Kroos is the brain behind the German machine. And Toni Kroos naturally say you control the rhythm of the game. And that rhythm controller in the German national team. What's the Mbuami? What a rhythm controller in the German national team? None. There is no rhythm controller. Player could be to be a German player, Jamal Musiala. But Musiala no so you more for number 10. But Toni Kroos and Ozil, they can drop deep and play the ball from the back. And the Germany miss our players, Felix Wine Mecha Oba the Bay. You see, levels na yeka players me anyway. Obu now rising for the best team in the world in Real Madrid. That was the German style. Now, you say every good dancer knows when to leave the stage. Philip Lam, you were 2014 penalty. No, men try football cross with you. Me retire. I'm on front center here. Emba Treme. 2018 Germany coin group stage with film. 2022 Germany group stage with film. 2026. Germany round of 32 with him. And in Guasia, and the 4 times world champions in Germany. And I said Philip Lam who said there was disaster in waiting. Quality now we produce yesteryears and the quality of today and yet the same. German national team behind Bayern Munich when it was on Bayern and Bayern Munich that is this analysis. Bayern attacking trainer say and the best in the world. They wine. How we can of course, England. Luis Diaz Efehi.
Colombia.
And now Michael only say for him.
France.
But Bayern Munich yesterday meant sir. I have felt you. Now even the Bayern Munich team no, how many Germans no more starters? Pavlovich, Ephraim. Pavlovich cried the World Cup, one of the worst players that Germany produce here at this World Cup. Because the style, and I said the philosophy of Julian Nagelsmann, and the philosophy of Papa for the company, no, I say contradictory. And they're the same. Into the player will struggle, unless we not play the I say the tactical acumen no so and so we adapt so quick. So Germany, quality no from the clubs like from the Bayern no, any the loss of Ozil Newton across caliber no, or maybe into the building to replicate. Now, what your story about France? Zidane, I will cry the 1998 World Cup. Zidane will say, Kylian Mbappe, that is theory of 98.
With the pace and finishing.
Why would you even argue? Kylian Mbappe, the only one who theory in the style, the pace, and the finish, similar, the same as Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe not the only part, but then Mbappe more or less the Brazil Ronaldo type as well, because the role model Ronaldo, Ronnie Bobo. He learns a lot from him, but then so we have French national team comparative analysis as one of the to the national team Thierry Henry. Now I bring to a friend that is Ousmane Dembele. Dembele silent killer. On just saying Bebre, on says Ballon d'Or. Now more from Bebre, doubt the capabilities of Ousmane Dembele, but my Robert Pires. One of the players are Arsenal signing here. I was so happy for Arsene Wenger. This man of Robert Pires. On Pekasa, the starting that is Ousmane Dembele, but on the pitch, no the best of Robert Pires.
Zidane Freno, the silent killer.
Yeah, he's a silent killer, and so is Ousmane Dembele. That's why your comparative analysis say we are Ousmane Dembele, no Robert Pires. Pepe. The same I say Yarin Kaneti Usman and that is Robert Pires. So Robert Pires the caricature and I say the prototype player Brent from Usman Dembele. Another one ya Brent from Dayo Pemekano. Marcel Desailly, Manu Benke, the Ghanaian. Marcel Desailly at the 1998 World Cup. No Laurent Blanc, no center back, I the French national team. But then Desailly had you a pie man marking. Say your money, you say, only and ben free, only wisdom from a Bayan Mosisia. And a very good tackler the one day, and so is Dayo Pemekano. And no wonder. Masada say because only a lot of pace into another baby all the time, they are very cautious. And that is Upamecano. Upamecano, the weakness and the pace, and Masada say the weakness and the pace. But we slow ball and say that is Desa Isua. A bad day so back to Masada say. So the comparative analysis and also seeing him. Now the general of it all, Rabiot, Adrien Rabiot, also Rabiot, the bishop of the French national team, say. We say, so first for the Boboa, we Adrien Rabiot, Bebre, on call for tackles, on call for maybe also a recycle ball, a very good recycler. Mom, the French national team captain Didier Deschamps, and now the current national team coach, the same Didier Deschamps. Deschamps not doing and say, original picture so we really Bebre, we know Patrick Vieira, we know what Brent FL, Jean Kaif, we know Emmanuel Petit, but then we with Didier Deschamps. But Didier Deschamps, only a power on the pitch. He was the reasoner, me the best of Zidane, because your best recycle ball, no transit here, pass through Didier Deschamps, the captain. And Didier, in your ball pair, there was a pattern and a rhythm in the French national team, and that pattern was Deschamps, your ball pair, Zidane. Into no wonder say, when you trust in Rabiot, and Rabiot style is similar to Deschamps. It says Zidane yes this analysis also to many Vieira and he is a prototype Vieira. Maybe you say no obey money jumani nyina and obibe in check to recycle the ball, and that is exact analysis in Zidane ayeno. Now in Africa performances no. Emba first of all I'm here Cote d'Ivoire. My brother friend Juan Ansboni. National teams are called tournament here obey film nyina obi a weakness. Because a major weakness in number 9 only striker. Only presence in the box. Only one buy it here box in the why not be one say. The Didier Drogba type. Even when the anchor latest one cry because number 9 bay naba. In recent times cry. Yabaka Boni, but your ball Man City no. With Fred Boni from Swansea City.
Now I'm saying they are not so mugo small. ono so sa yare ninti
Sebastian Haller ono because of the cancer issue ni yare ninti no I say wanya part you say even prior to the World Cup konya injury me Ange Boni any Eliawai who say Eliawai any Ange Boni you know omo na more France and omo orientation is quite different but Sebastian Haller no so cry ya won Ivory Coast too but no cry by Ivory Coast national team no there is a system me favor no more it's only Simon Adengra no there was that understanding that was why Ivory Coast did 2023 Nations Cup Côte d'Ivoire Abidjan but no Ivory Coast problem by Boni be very slow to my liking or are they anything or are only presence in the box but I'm going to cry back who say young man they are overrated I know when you born now me onye mu biasa baby Diomande or a prospect obedu with good coaching and if he's a Paris Saint-Germain I don't want better because he's going to play under the best coach currently in the world in the way Enrique bet me am do ceiling no but then currently there me at this World Cup Diomande me win sir and the best player for Ivory Coast was Amad Diallo but constantly no in their game against Norway Obin bisa me why you bench Amad Diallo you start Amad Diallo I was told someone was slight injury but then no bet me abo but when you say we go no be say look at the equalizer or the man Ivory Coast against Norway Amad Diallo this tournament has been Ivory Coast Mr. Presence he was the best player.
What exactly is happening to African countries? Is it quality?
Concentration and quality embassy about quality league na we are seeing na no fat league be we are say best be we be African brothers or mobo in terms of exposure and infrastructure African players in the expose you mobo at the best stadiums in the world.
England no back for ni na
no Ron Bissaka or say England Jesse
Arthur Maswaku
Chancellor
Mbemba and then Azal Twazimbe
this is Ron Bissaka. Every game, no revenge. Edema Aaron Bissaka. Do you know why? Although under 21, Edema England, the dream was to play for the Three Lions of England. But coach is nearby from Gareth Southgate. We had a chance to play for England. No, beside you say Sasadia, any or country of heritage, ADR Congo. In fact, after so much first goal, my brother was the my age many. Why do you take out Sipenga? Akwano women emba one by a crowd obias was obekonenim because of place into no ye you full pay no pay friend of Thomas Tuchel na dress sign no bring you on the Arsenal so Bukayo Saka what have you realize a better chase no man declare about right back no one man you say England and started pile pressure on DR Congo and maybe me part say good prefer Lionel Mpasu Inzao and edwuma ye na waste goalkeeper for DR Congo. Ejuma no ye nyina ko waste. He was super. He was outstanding for team DR Congo, the Leopards. By the way, na ye share wine, ye share DR Congo by 2-1. Now another African team. As I say, I say mentality is different. That is why Morocco for almost all Africa for no. I don't engine too. Emba Morocco go against the most difficult opponents. Opponents are Africa football now. Morocco they are near pass. Senegal or Belgium. Belgium currently may see from Norway. Africa no be so more feba or Côte d'Ivoire. But now Morocco go against one of the nations. Now some of us here will say, we are prospects of winning this World Cup in Netherlands. Netherlands first go through Kodigakpo. And look at the way men on Betsekano. It was Shadi Riyadh. Any a bunch of he set job. Now combining your two centre backs and combining here. No Morocco Betsekano. Game me here 1-1. You come up penalties sir. Yes in Bono. As a train quality as a goalkeeper. Morocco Netherlands and frame. Morocco Guana they were down. But they came back and won on penalties. But in California they were leading. It is a Morocco forecast or say, or we different from us, other engine too, or way of thinking, and my coach and friend Wabi, Mohamed Wabi, and then say Belgium. With training regiments, I don't say in Titiano, when you're in Titiano, Africa, not Jono or Drinsa Belgian, or Drinsa Bruni, and quite different altogether. And so this man doesn't know when to stop. By the other coach is Sebastian Desabre, a less fire. Every coach is over from Milano. Agree on what game say. Bono or Bono edu Africa game. South Africa team boboa. Only 75 minutes per. No South Africa team no able slow down. And any idea prepare from Carlos Queiroz. Every brought the Black Stars of Ghana. And yes, England crown who's a room can of the pedal against England. We came born or batting over the bar. That time we lost concentration. And there be before a higher power concentration. You miss concentration from the last 15 minutes, the last quarter of the games, you miss concentration. Senegal were leading 2-0. This Belgium Semenyo and that time Belgium made two of their best players in film, Kevin De Bruyne and I brought Jeremy Doku. Or the one ever. This time, Roman Lukaku and more than Maradona. And no more nurse or Ukrabonos or the morning bar. And the person that you want to Lukaku. And that time, one of the best players for Senegal, Papi Gay, you film. And we will be quite a change with Drissa Ghana Gay, no prayer. But you film, some of us need to say, what is a puppet here doing? Sabio money or to send cry or give them a half face Sabio money no or best scare the opponents on your mobile Belgium women elbow and you're playing in the room Leandro Trossard by virtue of Waji Premier League with Arsenal and they charge the Catalara and you're born or boy with AC Milan and never more that is David Mukabakio Onokwano and Neno about Spain we Russo no Wako PML Portugal with SL Benfica. But there was Sadio Mane, once upon a time winner of the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, the Club World Cup, and then AFCON winner. Mind you, he is the face of this project at Senegal. And I am here say, Sadio Mane, who went to lead the stage. He is leaving the stage with the head bow. And I am here, the head is down because currently, this was not the moment I said Sadio Mane bowing out of the Senegalese national team. Because Senegal every round of 32, the best nation now and also quarter final. That was in 2002. Into this team after say Okoto group and more day no in France or say Iraq 5-0 no qualify now I had hope say Senegal bet to me Belgium a frame because Belgium current team no enye 2-0 Emba on any given day we lead it 2-0 and look at the time 85th minutes now we lead it 2-0 and by the side 86th 89th Uncle Fair Batikano. And then the second goal corner Yamiano, and as someone the cashier work, I remember said Senegal people men trusteno. Who will be able to have? Local fans are one of the worst teams in the Liga. They have. Tina Andrea, you come on and go to and one number one, Mary Diao. And Mary Diao no domino. The problem power one, the reflexes, the commandments, anyhow or communicating to the centre backs, and what we send the Akati, any Abdullah Sek. If you say yeah, because in the car say can do Koulibaly, as we lose 16, we lose pace, and then we can do Koulibaly, only pace in the game. It is almost second, yeah.
But with all this said, do disappointing me, pa, a coach Papetia. As a wish we win the game in a week, 2-0. They said, almost we win the game in a week, 2-0. We shall do money from, we will from the same thing, and the Diacongo coaching, so yeah.
Sebastian Desabre.
Also the similar thing.
And so make sure some more question
at the time I know him say so now president because DRC no now England for more bomb man so we cost
no say talk about pro we say more pro I can say to go media me Senegal dey have me every course you see what time at 85th minutes time I know what can we are move some more pressing that was when we were you see I drink it way be and that was time so when you bony film look at time on the more bony on the pitch your coach is disappoint you it must fight Papi Tiao and this Sebastian Desabre and what disappoint your papa so far Mohamed Wabi pair no actually said the mentality is different from these coaches.
I am hurt to my bones for the abysmal performance of these African nations. Now, people have started talking about Africa anyhow. I hope and pray it doesn't repeat itself in the subsequent matches.